Come join me on another aerial tour. Today we're going to go from the ocean side of Los Fuertes, which is a little bit more mid-island. It's absolutely beautiful. We're going to be flying from Barefoot Cay, a beautiful little cay right off of the island. Beautiful reefs, and well, you need to see what I'm looking at. Los Fuertes, Roatan, Honduras. So we are on the south side of the island right here where, well, I'm not showing you areas that I don't think are absolutely beautiful, but this is about 10 minutes past Coxon Hole and about 5 minutes before you get to French Harbor, which are kind of the two big hubs on the island. And there's several little cays on the south side. This is also where there's a lot of more industry over here, even though it looks absolutely beautiful. I'll show you some of the shipyards in a second, but this is where all of the ships come in. Between Los Fuertes and French Harbor and Oak Ridge, you have all the big boats from Miami. All the big boats, they're coming right here, which is what you can kind of see right there. That's some local shipping, which goes to La Ceiba or Puerto Cortez. And then we have some bigger boats along the way. But you can tell this is a very, very big neighborhood, very established community, mostly local population here. Where we are actually at Barefoot Cay. We were doing some diving, and you can see right here, well, there's about three Ks right around here, but you can see how densely populated this area is. Lots of commerce, lots of jobs, lots of industry right here. This is where the shrimp boats, the fishing boats, the shipping containers, everything that we get into Roatan, which we do import a lot. We import a lot because it's a little island, and well, we depend on the supply chain a lot here. Most of that is done over in this area. It starts at Los Fuertes where we are, goes over to French Harbor and Oak Ridge. But you can also see there are beautiful reefs. What we did right here is, while we saw lots of snorkelers, we went for a dive. It's one of the most famous dive sites in Roatan, Honduras, is called Mary's Place, where you can it's a really nice wall dive it's actually a crack in the wall, several cracks in a wall and almost a pinnacle. We get lots of attention for Mary's Place. This is actually where it's located. We did that earlier in the day and then came up and did a little bit of drone footage. But you can tell it's just it's so pretty, and it's not, I love all the lush greenery. A lot of these cays have not been built on, which is great. The one over at Barefoot is a nice resort with restaurant and a pool somewhere. Maybe I'll get a staycation one of these days. One of my other favorite things about Los Fuertes is its central location. It's close to everything. You have Coxon Hole. If you just go to the west about 10 minutes, and then another 20 minutes, you're in West End, West Bay, Flowers Bay, lots of tourist areas. But you're also far enough to where it is not as crowded. So it's a lot more serene, a little bit more peaceful, off the beaten path a little bit. But then if you also continue to go east, you get to your French Harbor, which you get a lot more restaurants, the grocery stores, shopping, just more things to do. And then you can continue over to other communities such as Oak Ridge, and you have some large developments like Pristine Bay, Parrot Tree, all of those. But it's nice. It's just centrally located. You also have Roatan Brewery, Christie's Overlook, one of my favorite restaurants, which we will do a video from there next week, because the views over in that area, over in First Bite, they are, I know I'm biased. We have beautiful views here, and looking at this beautiful ocean, it never gets old. But it's nice that this is a nice central located area. There isn't too much large communities yet. There are larger neighborhoods. We are starting to see lots being divided up in this area, but this has just been more of a locals area, very more industrial, if you will, even though this is, very popular for divers, snorkelers, vacationers, but seems to be a little bit less, it's almost skipped over, if you will, which if you look at this, it's way too beautiful to skip over. And it's just one of those nice, one of those places that you usually just drive through, and if you did not know it was here, you would just pass right on by thinking it's just shipping containers or shipping boats. but as you can tell, it is beautiful reef. I think the reef is a little bit healthier over here. We get a lot more current, so you get, well, it's beautiful. And then we're gonna just zoom in right before we take the drone down to Barefoot Cay. This is a nice, beautiful resort that does have a restaurant, pool, nice, calm, just very serene, a beautiful, beautiful place for a vacation. And well, it doesn't get much better than this. You can take a short little ride out to any of the dive sites or snorkeling, canoes. You get, well, everything that you can think of right in one spot. I'm already dreaming about my next staycation and maybe staying in one of these cabins, checking out, turning off the internet, and just relaxing and enjoying this beautiful island that we get to call home. Thanks so much. Thank you so much for joining us on a tour of Barefoot Cay and Los Fuertes in Roatan, Honduras. What are some other areas that you'd like to see? We've been west. We're still making our way east. It is a large island with lots of dense vegetation, amazing reefs, beautiful keys. Well, it never gets old.